This is, oh, there we go. Nah, nope, nope, nope. There, I don't know. I think I screwed up my whole intro. But this is real. Look at that. That's terrible right there, guys. That's god awful. That is frightening. And we're gonna check it out here for a second while I realize that I'm horrifying everybody here, and with good reason. But why don't we just dive into the show like right now? Hey, where am I? There I am. God damn it. God damn it. Oh my God. Every time, like StreamYard, man, give me a little bit of stuff to work with here. I swear that would be fantastic. That would be wonderful. I would be allowed to actually get my stuff in check pretty quick. So anyway, guys, how you all doing this evening? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are having yourself a good Monday night. Of course, it's definitely a crazy day for Hollywood news. Surprisingly, we got a lot of stuff to go over. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series finally got a lot of its information, which is what the hell happened? What happened to my, oh my God. What is happening here? Hold on, there we go. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. All right, so yeah. Anyway, my whole intro is absolutely 100% screwed up, so I apologize for that. Anyway, thank you here's the thing. So I just got this information tonight while I was out doing my food delivery because, that's my job. And I found out that the copyright strikes from Warner Brothers have been removed. I can stream over on that channel, but I'm not going to. This is my streaming channel. This is going to stay over here because I would rather have something dedicated to that and then later on go on and clip out stuff and post it over there for that audience who wants to see it. But I'm glad, and I knew that I was going to end up getting this whole thing like taken care of. I knew it because they're not going to sue me over that. And the Snyder Cut's out now and they leaked it, so they wouldn't have a case anyway. So yay on that one. Oh man, I think it's going to be a very fascinating time going forward. I'm looking forward to the future, you guys, and I'm very glad you guys are here with me. Let's take a look here at the chat. So RJ Resident Justice, a pretty frequent homie, good dude, says Adam Wingard gave an interview with Deadline right after the story broke, saying how big of a fan he was of Thundercats, saying he wanted to make this movie since high school. And yeah, we're going to be talking about the Adam Wingard thing. He downright shaded cats. Yeah, well, it's not hard to shade cats. It's not hard at all to shade cats. That's one of those things where it's like super easy to be able to get on. That movie I'm not going to lie, guys, they should have very much just embraced the butthole cut. You know what I mean? They should have just embraced it. They should have put it out there, and they should have absolutely made it a reality. People would have liked that. If anyone wants, if anyone would, sorry, I'm trying to get my bearings. That whole thing, you know how it is when something screws you up, and then you're like trying to figure it out in your brain. That's where I'm at right now, guys. I'm so sorry here. I know. Super professional. What we got here? We've got Alvy talking about me as Harley Quinn. Bleach my eyes. For some reason, HBarts here says my regular chats get deleted. That is odd. That shouldn't happen at all. I don't know why, HBarts. I definitely don't know why. Lord Slug here says, hey, Jarbo, love those vids we saw at the lounge. Yeah, that was a little bit crazy. That was definitely a little bit crazy. I was sitting in a Walmart parking lot and, never had one of those situations where they put my face on the body of somebody else and they just so happened to do it for a Raven cosplayer who's thick. And so they made me look pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I had a little bit of good, a little bouncy bounce there. I was pretty good with that one. Let's see. Wait a minute. Matt is getting screwed. I'm always getting screwed by something or another. But no, nothing right now. No, we're good. We're definitely good. Ash here says Tyrone Whackness. Yeah, I do want to talk about that. I need to take some screenshots of that, actually. Maybe tomorrow, because I just got blocked by Tyrone Magnus. So let me just kind of effectively say Tyrone Magnus is a bitch. I'm just going to say it. He's a big old bitch. Don't care if he gets mad about that or not. You know what? He makes videos and he's reporting on fake news. And I told him that he's reporting on fake news and he blocked me, aptly proving my point. So, screw Tyrone Magnus, for being a bitch and, not wanting. This is the thing, guys. Here's the thing. And I will be a stickler on this one too. I get that, there are people out there that report on things and they do it for the sake of entertainment. Okay. Like, look at someone like Doomcock. That of course ends up being a thing where it's like, this is for entertainment purposes only, because none of it's real. Nothing you see in Hollywood is ever truly real, by the way. But when you're a YouTuber who's reporting on the news and presenting it as being a reality, I think you have an ethical and moral obligation and responsibility to actually make it as fact-based as humanly possible. Now, people get things wrong all the time. That happens all the time. But this is the thing when like someone like Tyrone Magnus, who just looks for articles that cover this shit without ever actually going in and doing the deeper research on it. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit too, a little bit later. That to me is like, no, we as a collective need to call that out. Because if you want factual reporting, then you have got to demand it from the people you listen to. Like, say what you will about John Campea, he at least provides as much evidence as possible to back up his opinion, whether or not it's a shitty opinion. He at least does the legwork. He takes it seriously enough to provide information that is as fact-based as it can possibly be. Tyrone Magnus sitting there and reading a We Got This Covered article about Brie Larson being the most powerful Jedi is not only cringe-inducing, it is irresponsible for an audience of nearly 2 million people. Many, because one of whom came to me today and was like, oh, Tyrone Magnus made a video about this. Clearly that means it's true. And I'm like, and that's how I started looking into Tyrone Magnus, because I knew who he was a long time ago when the React game was pretty big. And then of course that got called out by, grade A under A, and that kind of borked the whole system. He came out swinging and he took down reaction channels with him. Anyway, H Bart's here, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Says, Tyrone covers We Got This Covered. He definitely does. RJ here says, I like John Campea and his content, even if I don't always agree with him. Yeah, I get that. I'm the same way. I don't watch, I watch John less and less these days because I kind of feel like John Campea is going down the same route as Lindsay Ellis. And you get to a point where you just start to hate what you do. And I think John Campea hates what he does. I don't see as much passion there anymore. All I see is profit. I don't see the passion. I just see him going like, how can I make money off of you? That's what I see these days. And whether or not you agree with me, whatever, like, that's fine. But all things considered, like, it's a problem that a lot of these people who do it day in and day out have an issue with. Now, I get frustrated at fake news. Okay. And so, Skywalker Brian here says, no offense to Comic Book in the same boat for fake news, but they don't have they claimed their claim is not legit that Charlie Cox is in No Way Home. Even though strong claims, I know what you're trying to say. There's been that rumor that Charlie Cox was that he filmed a Daredevil Matt Murdock cameo for No Way Home. There's been a lot of speculation over that. We don't know until we see the movie. But a lot of people are trying to speculate that he is in it, and comicbook.com and its subsidiaries have run with that. And that becomes a bigger problem. It's because it's all rumor, it's all speculation, it's all this game. And I understand talking about it. And I will talk about some rumors tonight. Okay. I will talk about some rumors tonight. But I want to talk about them from the perspective of just like the entertainment aspect. But it's difficult to do because even then I don't want to talk about them because it's like, I feel like I can't criticize Tyrone you know, or Doomcock if I covered those same stories too. But that's the hardest part with it. That's the hardest part with it, is how do you talk about these things, right? From the from the perspective of trying to be accurate when you don't know if they're true or not. And in this world, especially over the course of the past year, it has permeated and it has taken over in such a way that it becomes very difficult to do that. You know, it becomes very difficult to do that. And that becomes the problem. Oh, no, actually, hold on. No, I didn't have any of that up here tonight. So yeah, no, I don't need to talk about any of those stories because I saw them, but I didn't talk about them. And the thing is, like, the people that I would put more faith into at this point would be like anything from Jason Ward, because he's been proven to have a solid track record. Mikey Sutton has been proven to have a solid track record. And now there's smallscreen.co.uk, who I was on with them last week. And they've also been, they're smaller and they've been approaching it from a kind of a very similar Mikey Sutton perspective. And I feel like their track record is getting there, but it's not quite there yet. So it's kind of difficult to talk about. And again, it's like, how do you judge the validity of these rumors? And are you going to trace it back to its source? Because I was listening to Enosh talking at a Point Extra Lounge, and he was talking about The Rock. Now, for some reason, my rant about The Rock last night being the key to the Snyderverse, that's gotten around today, by the way. That's gotten around today, which is awesome. And I appreciate everyone who shared it. And What's on HBO Max quoted me on Twitter. They quoted me on Twitter and they put it out there, and a lot of people retweeted it because I said The Rock is the key. So is Danny Garcia. I said that on Nicotina's show today. But like, for some reason, because We Got This covered that story, and they have such a large reach, people have been trying to say that I'm fake news, that I just stole it from We Got This Covered and that they're quoting me, which is not true. You guys who were here last night, you heard me come up with that argument on the fly. Those of you who know me know I don't script any of this shit. I just talk out of my ass. So I came up with it on the fly. And so, but today people ran with it. And so, but then We Got This Covered also talked about it, but their source, because I found the article, their source was Small Screen, right? Now, Small Screen, I just talked about them. They, to me, come across as more ethical, and they're not, and more of, potentially could be more accurate. You know, I don't have any reason at this point to distrust Edward, because he's got the Mikey Sutton seal of approval. Mikey associates with them. I think they do a podcast together. So it's kind of like, I mean, I trust Mikey Sutton. So by extension, I'm giving, benefit of the doubt and favor to this outlet. And if that makes me a hypocrite, so be it. But I'm trying to come at it from the most effective way. Because how do you talk about these issues that everyone else is talking about and try to approach it from the most reasonable, responsible, and ethical way possible? And that becomes a big problem with movie news coverage. And then again, it's just a whole big fucking mess, dude. It's a whole big fucking mess. Jack here says, Matt loves the Cox. Yeah. Only Charlie, baby. Let's see here. H. Bart says, what do you think of Comic Book Cast 2? Yeah, dude, they put out like the fucking Armin, dude. Fucking Armin. Like, that guy doesn't even care anymore. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. He puts out these 3-minute videos. He has some of the worst takes I've ever heard. I don't even know why I'm like sub to him. I tweeted about him the other day. I was like, what is this nonsense? It was something about the Snyder Cut, or it was something just absolutely ridiculous, because he does the exact same thing. He tries to frame these arguments as being like news when they're not. A rumor isn't a scoop, or I should say a rumor isn't news. A rumor is unverifiable. And a lot of times in this kind of movement, in this industry, a lot of news isn't really verifiable, but you got to trust the sources. Comic Book Cast just kind of runs with whatever. And Armin just has very terrible opinions. Very terrible opinions. Lord Slicker says Charbo's fake news. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Okay, RJ says, I like Armin and Comic Book Cast when it's Mitch and Armin doing the podcast. The clickbait videos they do for money only. The real Armin is the podcast, and I like this stuff. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I might have to listen to that. I will say this, though. I've tried listening to their podcast. For how much money they pull in through those videos, why can't they buy better microphones? The microphone I'm using, I sound phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm not on camera, so I have to make sure that my voice sounds good. I've heard their podcast and it sounds like they're talking into a tin can. Tyrone is a bitch. It's a fact. Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Not all your content. I just mean Snyder Cut overall. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. No, I the Snyder Cut stuff I like talking about. It is interesting, and I do want to talk about it more. All right. Arkham here says, to be honest, I don't trust any except The Hollywood Reporter, Variety, and Deadline. The rest I don't really trust. Yeah. I mean, like, it's, those guys, at least for the most part. There's that. Let's see. H-Bart's here. Another $2. Thank you very much, man. Says, I think Emergency Awesome is hit. You think Emergency Awesome is shit, is what I'm assuming. Yeah. Well, okay. So like the thing with Charlie is, like he'll take like he's really his thumbnails are great. I love his thumbnails. His titles are pure clickbait. They'll be like, he'll say, I don't know if he covered I'm sure he covered the Obi-Wan stuff, but what he'll do is he'll go like Kenobi series, or Kenobi teaser trailer announcement. Right. And it's like, at no point is any of that a teaser trailer? But and then he'll talk about it for 10 minutes. And, I don't know, but a lot of also what they do. And this is where, I kind of do it too sometimes. Like Charlie and other guys like that will be like, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to enter into my win a PS4, contest. I'm going to be giving away a PS4, and all you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe to potentially win a PlayStation 4. And they make enough money to where they can afford PlayStation 4s to give away. Like the rest of us can't compete with that. If I all of a sudden started trying to, give away fucking PlayStation 4s, I would see my numbers go right the fuck up. If I was like, if you want to win a PlayStation 4, become a channel member or join my Patreon or some shit. I'm giving away a PlayStation 4. For one, that's almost like you buying a raffle. So is it even legal for that to happen? At least in the case of like super chats or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the legality of it all. But if I were to give away a PS4 or a PS5 or something like that, doesn't that come across as just like, I'm trying to buy your attention? I'm trying to, like, do people actually watch Emergency Awesome, or do they just click on the video, like it, leave a comment, and then fuck off because they know that he's going to be giving away a PlayStation at the end of the week or the 4K Avengers Assemble whatever. I don't know if this is the case. I don't know if this is the case or not. So it's like, it's so difficult these days. Let's see here. Okay. You already saw Quarter Pounder make a video on it. About the Brie Larson thing. Yeah. I mean, like, you know what it is? Of course he did. And of course he doesn't care. I've met him. He doesn't care about anything. Trust me. RJ says, are you tired of covering it? Cause it feels like the fan community is exhausted from constant videos and streams. Look, I kind of mentioned this last night and I'll reiterate. It's like cape shit does well. Franchise shit does well. I mean, look at Enosh. Enosh tonight was talking about Snyder Cut stuff again. The numbers, he was getting his info wrong, which was frustrating, but it is what, mathematically he was correct, I think. But, and he was trying to be passionate about it, which I get. And I support him. And I love Enosh. I'm not talking shit, but it's like, he's trying to like convey this, and he had like 270 people watching until those deep fakes of me came out. And then like 100 people left, which is funny. Cause nobody wants to see me being thick and laughing. They want the fucking news, man. So there's that, and so Enosh knows that if he talks about Snyder Cut coverage, a lot of his audience now is Snyder Cut. And he even made a mention of that tonight. He's like, we've just been doing a lot of Snyder Cut coverage. And how long is that going to go for? Well, I mean, it really is going to go as long as there's information to talk about. I don't expect Enosh to like rehash old shit in order to try to like capitalize. I don't see that happening. He's a good person. He's not going to do that. He's not going to rip you off as an audience. So he's not going to do that. But in the meantime, he's going to talk about it, which is great. Cause that's, the whole point is current events. But it's like, how much more is it going to go into the fucking Snyder Cut? Okay. We have some data about it, like Crave and Samba, and that's good. But we don't have a lot of PVOD stuff just yet from around the world. We got a couple things here and there. I saw Film Junkie put out things tonight, the Snyder Cut numbers, and it's like that, again, kind of misleading because it's not the official numbers. Fucking HBO Max has all the data. They have all the info about whether or not, fucking, Snyder Cut did well or didn't do well. I think it did, because if it did bad, they would have reported on it. If Wonder Woman 84 beat it, they would have reported on it. They would have talked about it, because then it would have shut the door, and they want to shut the door. They want to put Zach in the cul-de-sac, right? That's what they want. The cul-de-sac, if we're going to pull out that terrible pun, that's what they wanted to do. So the fact that they haven't said that, the fact that they haven't dropped that information yet publicly, tells me that this stuff is actually done really, really, really well. And that's all the data we have to go on. That's really all the data we have to go on. There's not much. So people that are running and saying we have the numbers, we have the app downloads, none of that is the full picture. It's fragments. It is fragments of information, not the full info. So it's very, very, very difficult to report on it in a way that is going to be relatively accurate. And that, of course, and I get it. People get excited, man. They want to talk about it. They want to say, it's a win. We won. It's victorious. And I'm right there with you. But without the rest of that information, it's incomplete. And therefore, it's not a proper census. You got to have as much as you possibly can to come to a conclusive theory, right? Or you have to look at the conclusive evidence to come to a proper conclusion. That's the terminology I want to use. That's where I'm at. All right. And what about everything? Oh, is in Cosmic Wonder? Same thing, dude. They give away a lot of shit. Okay. Jess, I'm going to be talking about the Godzilla v. Kong thing here. Okay. Skywalker says, does Captain Midnight fall under clickbait or does interesting criticism? I don't have an issue with Captain Midnight. I haven't watched a lot of his stuff, but what I have seen, he's been fine. I wish I had the patience for that kind of criticism. I don't, man. I'm more of a fast talker in the live setting. That's right. I think I do well. All right. So H Bart's here says, I need a superhero movie starring Emilia Clarke as Martin Scorsese would say, real cinema. Fuck it, dude. Yeah. Emilia Clarke is one day going to join the MCU. I don't know who she's going to play, but she will one day join the MCU. But personally, I would rather see her come back as Kira. Hashtag make Solo 2 happen. That's where I'm at, dude. If we're going to push for another movie to get made, let's make Solo 2 happen. Flat out, dog. Flat out. So there's all that. Let's see here. Music Man said, I got home early, and I have to wrap up by midnight because I have to get to the store. I left my wallet at home tonight, and so I wasn't able to go to the store and get some groceries. And they close at 1, so I can do this and then head on down and make sure that my kids have food for the morning. So I have to do that then. But in the meantime, yeah, I'll talk with you guys for a while. Let's see. All right. I see you there, Jay. He says it's been beaten into the ground of this content. I completely agree. There's got to be other films to talk about. Well, Godzilla v. Kong is coming out, and that is going to be, if you guys haven't seen the updated Podio commentary, is on, it is on my thing. Let's see here. Okay. Hold on. You know what, RJ, you know what I think it is, man? I think I understand what's going on with the chat. Cause I see your comment there, RJ. Hold on. Let me quickly fix this here. Tonight is not a full on professional night. Tonight is more of a kind of just hangout shit. I feel bad cause I want to be professional about it, but we're just going to hang out and talk. But let me, let's see, community here. I think I know why. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know why. Oh my God, if I showed you guys all this, you would laugh your ass off. So essentially I have a lot of blocked words on this channel. I had to do it a while back, but it's definitely going to cause some problems. So, yeah, I forgot. If I could show you guys the words I've had to, you would understand. So hold on a second. I'm just deleting those out right now, and then you guys should be okay. I've been noticing that there's been people complaining about deleted comments here. So hold on. We're almost there. There's a lot of words here. I once showed my blocked word list to like a friend, and he like lost his shit because he was like, "Why do you have that many?" I was like, "Cause I have to. Cause I have to." A lot of people were attacking me for quite some time, so there's that. But okay, yeah, no, there are other movies that are talking about. There's you know, like I got Podio commentary coming out. I just posted the schedule for the month. Godzilla versus Kong. There we go. Okay, what I recommend for everyone in the chat: refresh the page, and definitely you should be able to post a lot better now. Okay. All right. So sorry, let me get to some super chats here. Okay. So Andrew Christie, $5. Thank you very much. Says, yeah, I've got post Snyder Cut depression. Well, dude, I get that, man. I get that, you know, and like, what are you gonna do? You know, post Snyder Cut. That was the thing, man. It's like post Christmas depression. All that buildup, and then it's done. It's like sex for the first time, at least, you know, all that buildup, and then it's done. Sometimes it was faster than you wanted. Other times it maybe wasn't as good as you wanted, but either way, you're in your head about it until it happens. And then you get post, you know, you might get a little bit of that post depression because you want more, or you're just unsure of the future of ever getting it again. I guess. Talking about, yeah, virginity. Anyway, horrible analogy aside, I would argue that for right now, put your emphasis on watching things that you want to watch, man. Like get hyped for something else. Godzilla v. Kong's in a couple days. Rewatch Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island. You got 3 movies right there to get you hyped up for this. That could take a couple days out of the equation. Mortal Kombat's coming up in a couple weeks. You could sit there and rewatch the first Mortal Kombat, not Annihilation, because that movie sucked. But you could do something like that. And then at that point you could go out and you know, and like find something else to distract you. Watch, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Watch something else that's going on. A lot of people in the Snyder Cut fandom have built their entire online personality around that. And now that the movie's out, thank God, we got it. We won. The future is uncertain. The future is uncertain. And I'm sorry, there are people out there that are trying to tell you that everything is set in stone and that it's going to happen. We don't know yet. I'm just going to be a realist about it because that's my job. That's what I do. So, and in your case, I would find something else, man. Like, you know what? Like, I want it too, but I'm also willing to like wait. Oh, well, fuck you. I was trying to be nice. Andrew, I was trying to be nice. You son of a bitch. There we go. Okay. Thank you very much for that one. All right. You son of a bitch. Anyway, no. It's all good. It's all good. I forgot I added in those, I forgot that I'd added in those blocked words. So yeah, you can comment now. All right. H-Bart's here, $5. Thank you so much, man. Says, I heard Affleck only came back as Batman because his son wanted him to continue. His son needs to tell him to make a solo film. I think he talked about stealing the Batman costume to take to his son's party or something, you know, for his kid. He did Batman for his kid, you know, and there's, and that's great, man. That's great. And I think there's a lot of people out there that just need to tweet at Ben Affleck and say, adopt me, daddy. You know, just tweet out at Ben Affleck, adopt me, daddy. And get it trending. It'd be great. It'd be very funny. So let's see. Music Man here says also nobody is out. It was great. Why is no one talking about this? Because no one's going to the theaters. The movie made $6.8 million and it was in 2,400 theaters or 2,400 screens and only made 6 million. People are still afraid to go to the theater, dude. That's why no one's talking about it. I want to see it too, but no one's talking about it. You know, let's see here. Hold on. Do I have criticism against, where's that at? I want to get to this one here. Luke here says, Matt, you're my favorite movie YouTuber. Thank you. I appreciate that, Luke. Thank you so much. Where's that comment? I saw someone mention a comment here about Star Wars Explained. I don't have any real criticism about Star Wars Explained, with the exception that he's boring. Sorry, let me clarify. Molly is boring. Molly is so boring. So she is just like, she has that look on her face of, why am I here? Oh, right, this pays the bills. That I find, like, the main guy, whatever his name is, I like him well enough. I think he puts out some interesting videos and whatnot. I like his Mandalorian breakdowns. But like Molly is just, I can't, she bores me. She just bores me. Like she just kind of seems there. And that's my big complaint against that. Let's see here. Nobody is on demand. No, is it? No, it's not. No, it isn't. Is it? Let me take a look here. Because let me check and see. Because if nobody was on demand, then it would be all over certain areas, and it's not over. It's not in the high seas of the internet. So no, it's in theaters only. Yeah, pardon me. Yeah, it's in theaters only. Okay. I'm not saying Molly isn't nice. I'm just saying she's uninteresting. I'm not saying she isn't a nice person, but it's like I listen to their podcasts or their live streams, and it's just like, you can tell she's just, I feel like they have bullet points, and like beforehand, like it's Alex, right? Alex is the main guy. He'll like write out a comment and go like, here, you say this at this point. He's like, I'm going to say this. He sets it up. And then she comes in and says something. I don't know. I'm not saying she's not nice. I'm just saying it's not, not for me. All right. Let's see here. H Parts here, another $5. Who wins, fat Sad Affleck, or headless Henry Cavill, or lipless Cavill? My money's on lipless Cavill because he's at least complete. He is lipless. Hair lip Cavill. So yeah, I think it's going to be hair lip Cavill, dude. Oh, you super chatted? I'm sorry, sir. I missed it. There we go. Okay. I'm sorry, RJ. Did I feel bad? You know what? I'm just going to drop the fucking link in here. You guys want to come in and chat? We'll drop it, but have a topic, you guys, because I don't have everything's already screwed up tonight. So let's just do this. All right. Do I think Ahsoka or Maul could appear in Obi-Wan? And have I gotten a chance to watch Invincible yet? I haven't watched Invincible. I want to. The next night I take off from driving, I'll check it out. I know it's definitely a mature show, so I can't watch it around my kids. And I don't think Ahsoka or Maul. Well, I mean, dude, look, Ahsoka probably won't appear. In Obi-Wan, it'd be cool if she did. It'd be very cool if she did. But you know what? It is what it is. And then, but Maul is what I'd like to see. But Rebels, as we were talking earlier, RJ, Rebels associated or created the canon that Maul and them would not be, like the first time they saw each other was in Rebels. So it would break canon. And I don't want that. So there's that. Okay, there we go. There's Star Wars Explained criticism. God damn, I'm missing everything tonight. Okay. Jack here, Jarbo greater than Tyrone in Star Wars theory. Well, I am the Jarbonator, dude. That's how this thing works out. All right, we got, wow, fuck me, dude. Two $10 super chats here. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been great. Really appreciate that. Skywalker Brian here says, post-belated birthday super chat. Benedict said Sherlock would work as a movie if the script was right, or you think another season will work with Martin Freeman. At this point, I think a movie would be good. I think a movie needs to be done, but it would have to be for BBC because they're not going to have two competing Sherlocks in theaters, right? Because we know Robert Downey Jr. is working on Sherlock Holmes 3 with Guy Ritchie directing. And that's going to be what goes to cinemas. Now, if Netflix wanted to do another Sherlock Holmes or co-finance another Sherlock Holmes, I'd be down for that one. The Sherlock Holmes show was really good. It was some episodes were hit or miss with me, but overall it was really good. And I would like to see those two back together again. That was actually, I'm not going to lie, one of my favorite bits from The Desolation of Smog was Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch, bantering, in the Misty Mountains, right? Or in Mount Doom. Is it Mount Doom? Is that what it's called? Is that what it is? God, it's been so long since I've seen The fucking Hobbit, man. But yeah, thank you so much. I would like to see another season. That is for certain. We got $10 from Andrew, man. Thank you so much. In all seriousness, though, if people do feel down post Snyder Cut, you shouldn't. It's a massive creative win and should get you excited about good movies again, which is what it did for me. Yes, Andrew, that is 100% accurate, dude. That is 100% right. There's always movies to watch. There's always movies to get excited about. Do you know why I love doing patio commentary? Because I'm never going to run out of content before I die. Never going to run out of things to talk about before I die. There have been thousands and thousands of movies out there that you have never even heard of or seen. And even the ones you know about, there's thousands of ones of the ones you know about. So I'm always going to have content to watch and get excited for. One of the reasons why I chose Jaws for May was because I got the goddamn 4K and I'm looking for an excuse to watch it. I'm like, well, I might as well watch it and then do a patio commentary on it because Jaws is amazing. And how many cool movies, like from the 50s, right? Like from the 40s and the 50s. I know a lot of people aren't really going to dig those episodes because they're older. But man, I'm looking forward to talking about, I think it's 1957's Them, which is the sci-fi movie about radioactive ants. It's fucking legit. I love that movie. Or the original King Kong and the impact it had on Hollywood and how it was put together, how a movie during the Great Depression used stop motion in the way that it did in order to, kind of elevate the industry out of the problem. Is a movie made for the Great Depression. I mean, there's stories to tell. There's things to get excited for. And that's what I want. And yeah, Ryan here says, I love Them. Yeah, Them is the shit, dude. I love Them. So good. Yeah, Bradley, I'm looking forward to writing them, dude. It's I was thinking about it tonight. Like eventually I was like, I see RJ and Anthony. We'll get to you guys here in a second. But tonight I was out driving around and I kind of like daydream when I'm out driving around. And I'm like, man, like I was thinking about patio commentary, getting excited. And I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if that blows up and I'm like, making some good money and I can finally stop doing delivery driving and focus on this more. And I'm like, what if I get to a point of where like, I'm like, okay, 500 patrons and I'll add another episode a week. I'll do 2 episodes a week, but like maybe like, 50, cause it's a lot of work, but it's like 1,500 patrons or some shit. And it's like 3 a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I started doing the math. And it's like, okay, so if I do 1 a week, it's 52 for the year. If I do 2 a week, 104. If I do 3, it's 156. So 156 episodes per year. Like that's a lot of content. And then I'm like, maybe I'm biting off a bit more I can chew in my own mind right now. Let me kind of scale it back. That's kind of the whole point. You want a patio on John Cusack? Which John Cusack? Oh, Freaks, dude. Hell yeah, man. Fucking styrofoam cup. Alex Winter, dude. That was good. Thoughts on Peter Jackson's King Kong? Oh, dude, it was good. It was good. I have a Discord. I do have a Discord. You know what? I'll post it. I'll post it in here. I do have a Discord though. Hold on. Invite people. All right. Let me just get RJ in here. What's going on, RJ?
Hey, what's up, Matt? I'm on my phone because being a lazy asshole, so the audio is better.
Okay, that's all fine, dude. It's all fine. Real quick, hold on. I did want to get to this one here. H Barts, I don't want to leave you hanging, brother. He says, I want Alex Jones to play Thrawn.
Yeah, well, that'd be something.
I don't know, man. Sure. But Thrawn isn't short.
Walking though with the red eyes, though. I mean, Alex Jones can pull some red eyes.
Yeah, but Alex Jones is high when he has red eyes.
Yeah,
that's Alex Jones right there in a nutshell. He is super high when he has red eyes. That's what it is. All right. Hold on, let me find this here. Invite people. Okay, let me just okay, no limit. There we go. I just had to get the new link. All right. If people want to join the Discord, that is that. Geeks here says, I should do one about Lord of the Rings. If I were to, yes, I'm going to do Lord of the Rings, the Lord of the Rings franchise as a patio commentary, but that will take a little bit of time.
You know what you need to do? You should do one on Reanimator.
I'd have to watch Reanimator. I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Reanimator?
I've never seen Reanimator, no. Let me see, Reanimator, 1985 film. Let me bring up the Wikipedia here. It's an H.P. Lovecraft thing, all right? So, so here's the thing. So here, there's stuff to talk about here, I guess. I use Wikipedia quite a bit. as a skeleton for the framework of building up an episode, because it does have a lot of the very straightforward information, the information that I'm looking for, right? And then from there, like, it is good to go and like look up interviews and whatnot. But this movie's almost 40 years old. It's 36 years old, you know? And so it's like, there's not a lot there. There's not a lot there, but I could, I could turn this, I'm going to link this here. I'm going to save this in my Instapaper. And I can probably come back to it, and I can make it, it won't be like 25 minutes. I could probably make it 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Cause some of those things are like hard to do.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But yeah, a lot of people have like a lot of suggestions and stuff. They're like, oh, do this movie. Do that movie. Oh, wow. Let's see. I can get my hands on the extended 4K remaster. All right. That's something for Reanimator. There we go. Yeah, because I mean, no, I can't get that one. I mean, that's the whole point. If I could get to a point of where I could just do Hollywood After Dark and then work on audio commentary, dude, my life would be amazing at that point. That's literally, if I could just sit here and like write about movies and talk to you guys about movies and like no other bullshit, oh, that'd be great.
So what you're saying is that you don't want to copy John Campion's style of reading the news and reading super chats all day.
Oh no, I like super chats because I like money.
Oh no,
but let me explain by saying that I, at no point in time do I want to create a community of people that feel like they have to pay me, that feel like they are obligated to give me something in order to talk to me. Like that is honestly like, that bothers me so much about Campia. Now I get it. Okay. I understand that's his business model, and I understand that he's made it work. That much I understand. What bugs me is like, he doesn't have like, maybe he does and I just don't see it, but he doesn't have like a day where anyone can talk, like a free day, you know? Like he does like, he'll do like World of Warcraft, and I still, maybe at that point he does, because only 300 people are going to watch him play World of Warcraft, because, you're not going to go to the John Campia channel to talk about fucking movies and then, like have it just be about watch World of Warcraft.
Or I'm playing poker games or something.
Yeah. Like, oh, watch John Campia play poker. Pay John Campia to play poker. No, I'm good. Thank you. Let's see here. H Bart's another $5. Thank you much, man. He says, I want Peter Jackson to do the Silmarillion. I'm probably mispronouncing that. He wants to, but Similarian. Okay. He wants to, but he can't legally. And that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
It's not really a complete book, isn't it? Isn't it most like short stories, like in the universe, like kind of like broadly connect though? Like, I don't know how you make that into a movie anyway.
Well, that's the whole problem. It's kind of like Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, right? Because was it the Celebrimbor is in the Silmarillion, whatever. I believe he's in that book, and they took the story of how, like, of who, they just kind of adapted the story of like how the ring, the ring maker making another ring sort of thing, Yeah. But the story of Shadow of Mordor is good. It's a fun game, and Shadow of War was a lot of fun too. And I'd love to see a third game. So obviously, they're doing like, they've done that. And then even the Lord of the Rings show for fucking Amazon is going to adapt, the idea of prequeling the Hobbit, right?
Yeah. I'm so excited for that show, by the way. Like, I feel like
I know. That, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. As much as I'm excited for like Mando season 3 and Book of Boba Fett, and I love Star Wars, like, for some reason I'm like super hyped for what they're gonna do with Lord of the Rings. And not only that, but the Wheel of Time series, because Amazon's adapting that. And just the other day, they finally showed the first look at Miranda Otto as Moraine. And it's like, yeah, I'm like, yes, give me Lan. Where's Randall Thor? Where,
Yeah, I don't know anything about a Wheel of Time. I just know a lot of people are excited for that too. So,
like, okay, so here's the thing with Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time is like, I've read the first 4 books. There's 14 books in the series, okay? And that's the whole thing. These are long books. These are long goddamn books. You know, and the thing is so it's like you've got it's like Lord of the Rings in some aspects, okay? Like there's an evil that's coming, okay? You know, I think Randall Thor is the main character and he's the Dragonborn and he's meant to kind of like, you know, stop an evil that's coming. Very kind of sci-fi, fantasy, sci-fi type shit, right? Fantasy, whatever. And then there's like these, you know, these beings called the Aes Sedai. There's magic in the world, and the Aes Sedai, I believe it's the Aes Sedai, are the witches, right? They can use magic. No one else can use magic. And then you've got like Trollocs, or like these weird kind of like bird creatures that are like the bad guys. It's like, oh my god. Then there's like there's a lot of lore. They go to like, you know, like the way that Robert Jordan wrote these worlds is it's very, you know, detailed. Like, you know, he'll spend a paragraph like detailing what a building looks like the intricacy of the woodwork sort of thing. But you've got really great characters in the story. My favorite being Matt. Matt, if anything, would be kind of like a Perry. You know what I mean?
So you don't like it for superficial reasons, you know? Share the same.
Yeah, well, Matt is very much like the mischief guy, you know. And then you've got like he's like the mischief guy of the group, and then you've got Perrin, like the soulful kind of blacksmith type guy, you know, who has his own crazy ass journey. I mean, even Matt has his own crazy ass journey. Rand, and then there's like, oh my, there's so many characters. There's so many characters in this book. And it's like the thing.
Amazon would have got Dark Tower before the movie came out.
Well, the thing is, but no, no, Amazon passed on Dark Tower. They shot a pilot. And Amazon passed on it, and I don't know why. So if Sony TV has the rights to that stuff, then Sony TV needs to like bring it to Netflix or some shit.
Yeah, because those Dark Tower books are amazing. That movie.
Yeah. Anyway, hold on here. H Bart's here. Another $5, right? It says, I'm excited. Thank you, H Bart's. And no giving H Bart's shit in the chat, Andrew and Jack. He's a homie. All right. And I appreciate all of you equally. So yeah, H Bart's says, I'm excited for Lord of the Rings show, but worried it won't feel like Peter Jackson's version and supposed sex. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, if we see hobbits smashing, I think we're gonna enter into an interesting.
I don't want it to be like Game of Thrones.
No, I don't want. Yeah, no, it doesn't need to be Game of Thrones. Like it doesn't need to be that. It doesn't need. You know, I get you. I'm right there. I don't want it either. I feel that it would kind of sully the fantasy aspect. Like it's the children's fantasy, because I mean, look, isn't J.R.R. Tolkien? Isn't he like a super Christian?
Well, yeah,
he's the one.
The inspiration of those books came from.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he convert C.S. Lewis into being a Christian?
Yes, I believe they did. That's how they connected, was through their Christianity. That's why it's in those 2 books.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's like, you know, you're not going to sit there and have like, you know, you're not going to have Aragorn go balls deep and God, what's her name? You know, what's Lily?
What they'll do is have Frodo and Sam finally get it on after all the years of shipping.
Yeah, you're just gonna watch. You're just gonna watch. You know, you're just gonna watch like Samwise and Frodo, you just like eat each other's ass or something. You know, like that's it's gonna be like, well, there was this whole weird like gay subsection in the books. No, there wasn't. No, there totally was. All right, let's see here. Jack here says, at this point, Matt is a hooker and H Bart's is the pimp. Nah. Music Man says, the thought of a hobbit smashing is weird. Dude, a hobbit baby's got to come from somewhere, man. Hobbit baby's got to come from somewhere, you know? It's not just like there's no stork that goes into the Shire and brings you a little baby. All right, we're talking hardcore hobbit fucking. That's what's going on.
Speaking
yeah,
Arwen. Did you see about that Gollum game that's coming out?
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't see the trailer yet. Let's see, Lord of the Rings Gollum game. All right. I'll bring up the trailer. It's only 52 seconds long. It's not a problem. All right. Yeah, this is gonna get me canceled again, you guys. I'm gonna get the channel struck. That's what's gonna happen. I get in so much trouble on here. I don't care. That's why I want to do like the Hollywood After Dark trailer parks, but that's going to be over on like Twitch. Because
That's a good idea, actually.
yeah, because I don't care if you delete those or not. Like, but I love doing. I had a lot of fun with the Hollywood After Dark trailer park. I just need to go back over to Twitch to do it. And then also one of the things too, like if Podio commentary builds up, because you can watch Amazon on Twitch, right?
Oh, really? I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, you can actually like have a stream where if you have Amazon and everyone has Amazon, then you guys can watch movies together. And so I'm like, okay, cool, we could go over there and watch movies like as a group thing, but that would have to be for like, more of like a, like member sort of thing. I mean, just because it keeps it, I think better or whatever. All right, let's take a look here at this trailer.
Mustn't see us. No, don't look at us. The precious is gone.
That didn't really. I mean, like, all right.
Yeah, the description of the game doesn't more just. It's like it's more like an adventure. It's like a stealth action adventure game.
Yeah, it's going to be like you play as Gollum sneaking around Mordor while you go back and get your precious. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's definitely an indie game. That's for sure. Indie game.
Well, they got the license, but yeah, it's going to be like it's going to be just stealth gaming, Lord of the Rings style, which isn't like terrible, isn't terrible like that at all. All right, let's see. We got another $5 from my pimp. Gotta. I mean, wait, hold on. Wouldn't no H-Barts isn't the. I mean, he might be the John. That could be a better apt analogy. No, I love you. I love you, H-Barts. It says I want Jackson to do a first age Lord of the Rings, focusing on Sauron's master Morgoth. He was so powerful the gods locked him away, and he's destined to return. Interesting. I mean, look, I would love Peter Jackson to go back into Lord of the Rings, but he's done 6 movies over the span of like.
I need Peter Jackson to go back and do Tintin too. That's all I want right now.
Yeah. That's what I want. Tintin 2. God damn it, that's what I want. I want Tintin 2.
Whatever happened to that movie, man? That needs to be a audio commentary.
I don't. Yeah. I'll do one on Tintin, man. That's trust me, that is a goal. Take a look here. Tintin movie on Wikipedia.
Because the first movie was successful. It's not like it bombed or anything, I don't think.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I saw it, when it came out. And like I saw it in 3D, and I thought it was great. I thought it was.
See, the animation still holds up surprisingly after all these years too.
Yeah, no, it was. And it was a good story, and Andy Serkis was fantastic as Oh God, what was his name?
Sea Captain guy.
Yeah, the sea captain guy, Haddock. That's his name, Haddock. Right. I mean, like, and Daniel Craig was awesome as the bad guy, and then you had like Nick Frost and Simon Pegg as Thompson and Thompson, which was fantastic.
Jamie Bell too as Tintin.
And Jamie Bell did a good job. I was a little bit worried when I first saw that it was him as Tintin. But he definitely got me. He definitely sold me over and whatnot. And I saw at Comic-Con that year, they had Peter Jackson and Steven Spielberg on stage together talking about Tintin, and that was really cool. What did this make? Let's see here. Who produced Tintin, by the way? Do you know?
Could it be a little Miss Kathleen Kennedy?
You're right. It was Kathleen Kennedy. Oh no, this movie has to be canceled now. It has to be canceled now. It's so terrible. Kathleen Kennedy. Let's see. So, here's the problem though, right? So it did, what is it? It did 374 million worldwide on a $135 million budget. So it's not that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It wasn't that good. Unfortunately, though, it's home media according to Wikipedia here. It says that the movie only grossed around $11 million in home video sales in its first week. I wonder, let me see if that's been expanded upon with the numbers.
When the Blu-ray came out, I bought it like right away.
I don't think I have it. When it came out on Blu-ray, I was poor as shit, so I didn't buy it. But I need to pick it up. Is it still on Netflix?
Because I haven't checked. I don't browse Netflix as much as I used to. Once it's been HBO Max.
Let's see here. Okay, Adventures of Tintin. It did approximately 30 million in home video sales according to the numbers. But like that's what they said. They don't give you any real details for it, I guess. And that might just be like in the first, what was it? That was from March 18th to May 20th. So a 2-month period, it grossed $30 million in a 2-month period. So that was what it do after the fact. We have literally no idea. We have no idea how well it's doing now. So, okay, let's see here. All right. Another H. Bartz. Thank you very much. He says here, ever watched Four Brothers? One of my favorite films. I know it's a John Singleton movie. I've never, ever seen it though. I need to see it. It was really like, the trailer looked good and it was on my list of things to watch. I just never got around to it. So, all right. Well, hey, RJ, I'm going to let you go, brother. I got some people to get to here in the back and I got about a half hour left before I got to go because I got to get to the store before they close.
Yeah, man, no problem. It's always nice chatting with you. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much for coming on, and we'll definitely chat again soon. Thank you. Have a good one. All right, we got it's a fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen. You know him. You're like me. You want to read his epic life story.
How you doing, Matt?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, I've been down today. I've been down in the dumps today.
I'm sorry, man. What happened?
A trauma guy just died.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who died from trauma?
Blade, like in Blade the movie, Braxton.
Blade Braxton?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler, and he was in Return of the High Volume 1.
Okay, well, I don't know if this is the same person because it says here he's alive.
No, they confirmed that he died. What's up, Tony?
Let me see here.
They're reporting it on Twitter, on social media. He died.
Maybe it hasn't been updated yet. I mean, let me. Did this just happen?
Last night after I got off with you.
Okay.
A lot of trauma people have been dying.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. I'm the slasher. Okay. Writer, author from Wrestle Crap, co-host of Wrestle Crap. Well, I'm sorry. I am sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah, it's okay. But me and my mom watched Ghostbusters, the 2016 one.
Why?
I want to show my mom that.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, like, that's not how you want to cheer yourself up, dude.
Today was not a good day for me.
Well, I'm sorry. I am sorry to hear that, dude. I am really sorry to hear.
But I'll recover. You know, this book and this project will dedicate to his memory.
That's good, man. That's really good. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's one of the things that's, you gotta take this anger and the sadness that you're feeling and channel it into something productive.
I will.
Have you finished your outline for your biopic yet?
No. Yo, Music Man. R.I.P. Sorry, it's okay, Luke. Just reading the comments.
No, it's definitely been kind of I get it, dude. I get it, man.
But I watched Ghostbusters with my mom.
How did your mom like it?
She liked it, but my mom said I cannot wait for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Ghostbusters 16 unintentional why you didn't watch? I watched the original. Well, I don't have that. I don't have that in my disposal, Andrew.
So I mean, well, Ghostbusters Afterlife should be pretty good.
Yeah, but they should do a Slimer movie.
They've talked about doing a Slimer. I think that was one of the pitches they had was to do a Slimer movie.
What's gonna happen? I should play him. Like, oh like in the cartoon.
Yeah, there you go, man. You should totally do it. You should
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
totally put in a voice actor.
I'm
Put
excited
together a
about
demo reel.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the casting. Everything got derailed tonight, so like all of that went out the window, unfortunately. But it's all good. It's all good. I can't complain.
But I like the casting of Obi-Wan. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna subscribe to my Disney Plus maybe by June.
Cool, man. Yeah, they go into production here really soon, and then of course after that, it's gonna end up going out until it's going to go out next year sometime, I think. So you've got, what's coming out next year is going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be, you got Mando season 3 coming out next year, cause they start shooting that here next month as well. You've got Book of Boba Fett coming at Christmas, maybe over into 2022. Who knows? Cassian Andor's filming right now. There's 12 episodes. Well, yeah. Moon Knight as well. That's coming, I think, next year. I mean, they've got a lot going on, so I think you're going to be really happy with everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying a house.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, buying a house with all my stuff in storage. I got a lot of stuff in my room.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just kind of have to ask the question, like, can you afford a house in your area?
No, unfortunately, no.
So you're gonna probably have to leave New York then, right?
Queens to go to Long Island.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna go to Long Island.
We'll see, but it's not in the cards yet.
Well, there you go, man. I mean, you're keeping it close, right? You're keeping it close.
Wrestler, I know that RJ, I know that Resident Justice wrestler Blade Waxon passed away, so my heart goes out to him.
Yeah, that's pretty sad, man. Do they know what he died of?
We don't know. Maybe he was doing a lot of drugs.
Oh, that's not good.
But I'm still here. Wow, Anthony, that's pretty big. I'm a big husky guy, but I'm trying to change my eating habits.
Well, no, I think he was referring to like you buying a house.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I own a house and it's nice.
We'll see what happens. We'll see, but I can't get into specifics right now, But but intact, I was watching this movie.
What is that one?
Wild Thornberries.
Oh, is that on VHS?
Yeah.
Hold on, show me the case again.
Sure.
I want to see the case. Hold on, I'm gonna make you full screen. Look at this. He's got the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
In like the VHS. Like, turn it on its side. Look at. Oh no, like the spine, like face the spine towards the camera, right? So we can see how thick it is.
Look at that.
Yeah, but remember like how thick VHS cases were?
Yeah, I collect a lot of VHSs.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
What's your favorite VHS movie?
OMG. My favorite VHS movie is a lot of them. I used to rent a lot of VHSs.
No, I get it, man. There's a place like I found. It's about like 30-40 minutes from where I live. And it's a small little like shed in this really tiny town, but they have like a whole bunch of movies that are there.
Wow.
Because the guy buys them wholesale or whatever, but he sells them for like $1 a piece.
Yep.
And I was up there and they were closed and I was looking through what they had and a lot of them were like Chinese bootlegs, it looks like.
I got a lot of I'm like that kid Brendan Mitchell from Wet Movie 1. Shouts to him.
Wait, which one?
Wet Movie 1, the YouTuber.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen you tell people to subscribe to him in my comment section.
I love him. Me and him should do a movie together.
Well, does he ever live stream? Can you go tell him that?
Right now he's with his nieces and nephew.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So I'm doing good, RIP to my man Blade.
Yeah. No, man, totally. 100. Yeah, that's really tragic that happened. I really
And I can't wait for the Jason Statham movie. That movie, Man of Something. Wrath of Man.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for that today. That looks pretty cool. He's got impeccable aim though.
Yep, I love Jason Statham. He looks like my brother.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go, man. Well, all right, Anthony, I'm going to let you go, dude.
You have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Anthony, everybody. You know him, you love him. He's here all the time. Good guy. Work on your writing, Anthony. Okay. I want to see pages. I want to see movement. You gotta get on that, man. I'm gonna be your personal coach on that one. I'm gonna guide you through it. All right, let's get into Jack here says Matt likes it thick. What can I say? What can I say? You never know. Yeah. Geeks, it's up in the chat a little bit, up in the chat. Let's see here. I got to find that one. It's, if anyone can find the, if anyone can find the Discord, hold on, I can find it again. Let me find the link. Invite people. There you go. All right, I'll post it again. We do have a verification room, so like if you guys get caught in there, just post something and I can let you guys in. Okay, yeah, Jason Statham is nearing his mid-50s and he's still, oh god, he's that old? Yeah, dude, I remember watching Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels back in 99 when that first hit VHS. Let's see, do I want a Raven movie even more? No, I'm good. I'm good, RJ. Thank you. All right, we got Arkham Gaming.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm okay, man. So what's the topic you want to talk about? What's the movie related subject?
If you look, it has to do with the Snyderverse. Like, I
hate the name Arkham Gaming. I should probably expect nothing else, right?
I'm happy that we got his vision, but like the one thing that I do not like with people is like there's nothing else that we can't see from DC. Like, it really baffles me that like I understand people like his vision, but if we don't see it, like I'm not saying we're never going to see it, but like you have to give these other people that are developing these passionate projects a chance. Like I just like I feel like more people like I think it was like on Enosh's stream where Ray Porter said you shouldn't just pick one side or this side. You should like see all of the DC projects, how passionate these directors did and worked so hard for. I just don't understand how people can just pick one side.
Well, the thing, okay, so it's not that people who are in the Snyder Cut fandom want nothing but the Snyder. I mean, they want the Snyderverse, obviously. And I think that's the reason why they want the Snyderverse. And maybe they'll agree, maybe they won't agree. But a big reason why they want it is because they want continuity. They want connectivity. You know, like that's the whole point is when you don't have those things, when you just don't have those things in these movies, it causes a rift because people want to get excited. And so they want to get excited to see Ben Affleck come back as Batman. They want to see Gal Gadot come back in a good Wonder Woman movie. They do want to see Aquaman come back for Aquaman 2, even though that is like tonally different from Snyder Cut. I really liked Aquaman. Shazam, same kind of thing. They just want it to be connected. They want it to mean something. They want it to matter. Because if it matters, then the audience, that's the whole thing. You know, you may not think Marvel movies are like have the biggest consequences because they don't, right? They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
But guess what? It still matters to the world.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is the world of the MCU, that whole creation. The events in those particular programs are widespread and they're felt. They ripple. We can see something that started in Iron Man 2 kick off later on down the road. 10 years later, we see something come back to it. You know? And so as a result of that, it gives you you are connected to it. So in these situations when there's like, when all DC fans are asking for is to be connected, that's literally what they're asking. If you break it down to brass tacks, they are asking to be connected. They are asking for this world to feel like it is a world that is cohesive. And Warner Brothers is like Rorschach in fucking Watchmen that is just going to look down and say, no. You know, like that's what he's going to, you know, that's what they're doing. And it's like, why are you taking this nihilistic and cynical approach to this shit? Yeah, I get it. They want other voices to have their say. And you know what? Cool. But why isn't there an architect that is overseeing how this whole thing's going to play out? Because the more you just throw shit against the wall, the more you're just going to get poop smeared everywhere. Not everything is going to stick, and it's not going to smell like roses.
I totally agree. Like, I think the one thing, like, I like Zack Snyder's vision, but I think the one problem with, I think when they started the DC is that they only had one person at the helm. Like, I feel like when they started the DC Extended Universe, if there's probably tons of changes that I wouldn't want to make. Like, I'm glad that there's not like just one person at the helm right anymore, because like if they're building if what I'm seeing is true, like the one thing I know, not a lot of people like what's her name, Anne Chernoff or something like that, her article. I think the one thing that I did like is like her talking about like having more people at the helm of the DC Extended Universe than just Zack Snyder, because like when you think of it, he's like he was the helm that started the DC Extended
Yeah.
Universe.
But then again, Kevin Feige, and I don't want to keep making comparisons, but that's what we have. Kevin Feige had a vision for the MCU, and he convinced Marvel. He convinced Marvel. You know, when Marvel, he convinced them based upon superhero movie success that with Marvel properties. Because remember, he was an associate producer on X-Men, so he's been there from the beginning, and he convinced Marvel to invest, I think, $200 million for Iron Man and for the Hulk, and the Universal and Paramount co-financed the other parts of it, and got them to kick off the MCU. He convinced them that it can work, and they held true to it. And he has a vision, and he brings in other people there are other producers, you know, like James Gunn was supposed to take over the cosmic side of things. That before that whole, controversy from a couple of years ago, he was going to be brought in as an executive producer to oversee the cosmic side of Marvel.
Yeah.
So they were going to bring in people. There are people like Victoria Alonso, Lou D'Esposito. There are other people who work within the company that are underneath Feige, but they are all in line in lockstep with the vision, right? And that's the problem, is that like, Marvel is a producer driven series. DCEU is a director driven series. And the thing is, we're now starting to see the ramifications from having too many cooks in the kitchen without a fucking chef.
Yeah, that it kind of seems that way. Like, I am excited for the upcoming projects, what they're doing. Like, but like, I do agree. It has to be there has to be more connectivity. Like, I don't know what people think of Grace Randolph and stuff like that. So like, what she's saying is like the Flash movie is going to like merge in Robert Pattinson's Batman into the main continuity and like erase multiple, like I think Wonder Woman 1984 and like erase some of the things that were in the continuity and just but I think what people got confused with what I think people were figuring out about like erase, like I think there was an article about like I think it was about the DCEU where it doesn't talk about erasing. It just talks about making it the WB as the main canon. Like, I think there's a difference between like making it the main canon and erasing it at all. Like you can have.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I still think the multiverse is stupid. I do. I still think the multiverse is
What's so stupid? Like, you can see like the reason why I like it. Not I don't care what Warner Brothers like plan is for what I like about the multiverse. What I really want to see is I hope we see like have you ever read Death Metal?
No.
Okay, Death Metal is like this multiverse where you have all these evil versions of Batman and Wonder Woman where they're trying to destroy the multiverse, and like Batman Who Laughs is like the leader, where he technically kills the Bat family and tries to take over the whole multiverse. And I think that would be, I hope one day we really see that come to fruition, because that would be an excellent movie. Who wouldn't want to watch evil versions of the characters destroy the whole multiverse against like other versions of the Justice League, stop them? That would be so awesome.
No, and you know what? I'm not against something like that happening. Okay, but I think a lot of the problem has to do with confusion. You know, like the CW shows, they don't get that many views compared to other stuff, and so they have their audience of people. Cool, but are those people going to come to the theater? Are those people going to, are they going to do it? I don't know.
If the theaters are open in the future.
Yeah, well, they'll be open by then. But it's just they have to, at this point, they have to sell it to me. And if it looks like a choose your own adventure map, you know what I mean? Like, hold on, you know what? Let me bring this up. Let me bring up an idea here, because this is something that I feel like, knowing how DC handles things, this is what I think is going to happen, because I just think they're just going to be really dumb. Okay. Hold on. Let me just, and I did see that we got the, some super chats there. I don't want to let you, I'll get to those. If I could talk, I can't talk tonight, which is bad because I'm talking on a live stream. All right. So this is a general choose your own adventure map.
Okay.
So this is ultimately what the multiverse, if they bring in everything, it's going to look like this, but a lot crazier. And so so when you go here to the right or to the left, and you see the starting point, and you have your green path and you have your red path, they branch and they branch and they branch, right? The red path here, basically, if you go orange, you're going to be in your own contained little world until you get to the end, where this one at the bottom, this blue, will go all the way back over here to another ending, which will either, kind of put you in your own little loop over here. So it becomes confusing. And so if they have a wall with this kind of shit on it, and this is what they're trying to sell as being like, oh, the pathway, do you think audiences might get a little confused by this?
Yeah, I would say it's hard, because like the multiverse is a very complex thing, really. Like, if you read it in comic books, it's easy to understand, because like they're basically a series of books explaining from point A to point B, like what is the multiverse, how, like, each of them. I think the problem with movies, even with Marvel, like Marvel or DC, they're gonna confuse some people. Like that's gonna be that's gonna happen. Like not everyone's going to understand it. It's going to go it's not gonna go over everyone's head. I think the multiverse is more like a fan kind of movie than an audience kind of movie, because like I don't think the audience will understand what the multiverse is, or how it works and stuff like that. Even if the storytelling's good, you're not gonna understand it.
Well, I mean, Andrew here sums it up best. Thank you very much, Andrew, for this, by the way. He says, man, I love superheroes as much as the next nerd, but let's not go down the rabbit hole here. We'll lose the normies. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about here. The normies are what you're going to lose if it becomes too convoluted and confusing. Yeah. The comics might explain it. Marvel, and I mentioned this last night, Marvel explained this in Endgame. They explained it by, if you take, one of the stones out, it creates a different timeline.
Yeah.
Right. They explained it. And all of those timelines will die if it's not put back in the right place. So that's going to be something they're going to use, Darkhold and Scarlet Witch, and that's all going to be used for the multiverse. And they're going to find a way to probably explain it in the simplest terms possible. Like when they explained time travel in Endgame, and they explained it in this way that was a little more complicated, you know, in regards, they explained it smartly enough for the quantum realm. But the response then from Ant-Man was, so what, Back to the Future was bullshit, right? Because at that point, Ant-Man was taking on the persona of the audience who looks at time travel as a linear path, because that's how we've been taught through pop culture, how time travel works.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point, is the time travel is linear. And, you know, so that's when he says, oh, so Back to the Future was bullshit. It's meant to be a commentary on how we perceive time travel in movies, as well as, you know, kind of bringing the audience up to speed with the idea of the quantum realm. DC needs something like, and this is why Cyborg has to be in the Flash movie if they're going to open up the concept of the multiverse with that film, because Cyborg would be able to explain it, although they're probably going to have Batman explain it, which, I mean, come on, doesn't make any sense for Batman to fucking explain it.
Like, it would be cool to see Batman explain, like there's a like, I don't know, like, when I think of the multiverse, I think I don't think Cyborg would be the one that understands the whole, like, he's made of technology and everything like that in the comics, but I wouldn't say he would be the best person to explain the multiverse. I would say Barry Allen himself would be the one to explain it more than everyone. Like, I know not everyone watches the Flash TV show, but in the Flash TV show, you always see him explaining, like, time travel and everything like that. Maybe they could do something similar where Barry Allen explains the multiverse in a simplistic way so the audience can understand it.
Maybe, and hopefully that will happen. But hey, man, I am running out of time. I'm going to let you go. I got one more person to get to and a couple super chats to get to. But I appreciate you coming on, Arkham, and we'll talk again soon. All right, man.
Okay, bye.
All right, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. All right, let me get to these real quick. I don't want to let people hanging. All right, RJ here says, thank you very much, RJ. By the way, problem with DC is that they're not building to anything. There's no incentive to watch every single movie or show that comes out like Marvel. Yeah, and keep in mind, Marvel had that problem. Remember, 2013, the start of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was a cohesive universe. They were building off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to introduce the Inhumans for a 2018 film. That is what they were doing, or 2019, whatever the hell it was. They were working on that. Then you had the rift over Captain America Civil War, and that broke apart Marvel Studios and Marvel Television, and that basically turned them against each other. They still kind of worked in the same ecosystem, but they weren't really 100% connected, and Marvel fans were pissed. Now, all of that is under Feige, and Feige is connecting all of it the way that it should be. They, again, building. The fact that they're not building is the problem. And yeah, you're 100% right on that one, dude. 100% right on that. Anyway, really quickly, Ryan here says, for those who don't like older films, you can't call yourself a movie buff if you don't appreciate the classics. That's damn right. There's a lot of good classics out there. All right, H. Bart's here, another $5. Thank you very much. Says, I would love to see Justice League and Avengers team up against Thanos and Darkseid in a film down the road. Okay. If you're talking like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type crossover, never going to happen again. However, I support your ingenuity and your imagination. And what I would recommend to you is to write it as a story. So here's what you do. You write it as a story, okay? These two multiverse deities that are teaming up to take on the world and the multiverse as we know it. And they have to go up against two core teams of heroes in order to fight back. So you write it, you put it out there, gets popular. You can't make any money on it because it's fan fiction and you can't make money on fan fiction, but you get it real popular. And remember, you got to add sex. Like Batman has got to smash Scarlet, has got to smash Black Widow, right? Wonder Woman and Captain America, they got a bone too. Maybe a little bit of Superman and some Hulk. You never know what he's into. Maybe Lois is gone. He's feeling a little bit lonely and maybe a bit experimental. Who knows? So the Hulk is a soft soul. Maybe he's, he could take a pounding. You got all that. So then you write it, and you got, again, the sex is key because it's erotica and erotica sells, especially to housewives. So then it gets popular, and then you take it and you go back and you rewrite it, but you change. All you do is you just change all the names and locations. So they don't go to Asgard. Maybe they go to New Jersey, right? They're not in Avengers Tower. Maybe they're in like Mike's Pizzeria over there on lower 48th, whatever, you know? And then whatever. And then you just put it out there as the same story, but with different characters and locations, and the fan base you've already amassed from having this, they'll buy it from you because they want to support you putting this out into the mainstream. And then you, my friend, have just recreated 50 Shades of Grey, which made E.L. James like $50 million in 2012 alone. So there's that. That's my long way of saying thank you very much, man. All right. Okay. And then Andrew here says, there's no problem with introducing the multiverse in movies, but it's all about consistency and has to be laid out smartly and strategically. Exactly. That is the whole thing. That is the whole thing, is like, it has to be like that. But where's the consistency? You know, where's the consistency from Ann Sarnoff? Is we have many different voices. And cool. Who's in charge? Who is overseeing it? Is it Hamada? Is it Jim Lee? She kind of tossed Jim Lee out there as being like a consultant, you know? Yeah. So anyway, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Anyway, Brian, you are the last call, and I don't have a lot of time. So let's keep this super, super quick there, buddy. Thank you.
Like I said, I gave you a belated super chat because it was being glitchy the other day. So there's your birthday gift.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There's your birthday gift, you fucking motherfucker. Gee, there it is. $10, 30% goes to fucking YouTube, which is so annoying. But you know,
there goes my pimp money.
It's like, that's the fee you got to pay. I technically, like, I have to pay in to YouTube. So they pimp me out, man. That's how this works.
Well, okay, so there's actually like there's two things that are like bugging me that that were on my mind today. But there's one that you probably saw that was going around Twitter today. And as you know me, I explained to you how I'm a big animation fan. I support animation. Not just Disney. I just support any good animation movie. So like, if story's key, then it makes a great movie. But the comment that one Hollywood reporter that made today is that said Pixar employees are being demoralized for Luca and Soul, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, like, I was going to talk about that tonight. Yeah, I do have the article up here, and I did comment about it on Twitter.
Yeah, so I saw your reply before I hopped on. I'm like, okay, listen. Yeah. I'm like, listen. For me, if you guys don't know, as you know, Matt knows me. I follow the Walt Disney Company pretty heavily, but. It's kind of ridiculous that you're kind of bashing Pixar employees that for being demoralized where they had no choice to work from home. Like, for example, like Raya and the Last Dragon, like that was over like 250 employees that had worked from home because Disney had no choice to reshuffle their business to direct to consumer into their film and entertainment business. Like, this is the times that we're living in. So if people are like bitching, complaining that they say that it's not worth the $30, I don't understand where their incentive is that they should be arguing about it.
No, I get that here because this is the article right here. It's Pixar employees reportedly demoralized by Luca and Disney, Soul Disney Plus releases. The thing is, look, man, people who do animation, right? Like people who work in Hollywood, you want to see everything on the big screen. Yeah, obviously,
I agree.
Okay, but at the and like I've watched Soul like a bunch.
Yeah, I know. You told me quite a bit.
And well, no, in this, because even today, like I came across somebody else today in this one Facebook group I'm in who's like, oh, I just watched Soul and I thought it was terrible. And I'm like, what? Like, because, he was like, oh, I'm like, do you even like, I had to stop myself from like, kind of like asking him, like, do you understand cognitive thought, like, and how to assess your own, anyway, but it's, I get it. Luca, like the thing is though, it's like Luca doesn't even look like that good from the trailer. I didn't think the trailer was that good, but it's like, look at Onward, they put out in theaters, they put it on Disney Plus. It's an expense. Like Luca and Soul, they did that to keep, they did Soul to compete with Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah. Agreed.
And it's like, so they are competing. But again, they've gone and these have been calculated releases that have gone from like, they launched in November 2019 and in early 2021, they had 95 million paying subs.
Yeah, and still on growing,
And it's still growing, and it's going to outpace Netflix by 2025, I think.
No, 2023, actually. They
2020, so it upped a year at least.
They said that they're already outracing their 2-year goal already, so they're already outpacing. It took Netflix about 5 years to hit that goal.
Okay, yeah, that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. And so they're on their way to kind of outpacing Netflix. And it's like, yeah, because for one, the price point makes sense. That's why they just raised it.
Yeah.
And two, them putting on something like Luca might, they may not hit $1 billion with it in the box office. And who knows if they were going to hit $1 billion with it anyway. The concept is interesting, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to resonate on that front. Soul would not have made $1 billion. It wouldn't have made $1 billion.
And believe it or not, before I got here, actually Pixar actually just posted a tweet out about, they say, here's the employees that worked on Soul, and I'm like, this is nothing but a PR statement to for the counter bash what was being said around about they're saying Pixar employees were being demoralized. I'm like, this is totally ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, this is definitely a counter response back to that one.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, obviously Disney doesn't like bad PR. Let's be fair. No. Okay. So do I believe that some people who work for Pixar are demoralized over this? Yeah, I do. But I also wonder how much of that was tied to bonuses.
Yeah.
How much bonuses do they get? Because look at like Justice League. Justice League was shuffled out because Toby Emmerich and Kevin Tushihara wanted to get their bonuses. But it's not the story. And I did talk about this in Patio commentary. It wasn't just them getting bonuses. They also thought they were going to be fired.
Right.
If they delayed the movie. So it's like, but they still had the selfish reasoning for keeping it the way that they did. But like this year, I'm wondering, are these producers that are saying this because they didn't get their bonus, because now it's being cut out of the equation? And Disney, look, do you think Disney's going to like give Pixar a back end bonus because it went, because it went to streaming? No, of course not.
No.
They're not going to get that bonus. They're just not going to. But they get to keep their job and they get to continue working. So it's kind of like they were already paid for their time.
Yeah.
But Hollywood is about royalties and all that kind of shit. And there's already been accusations about Disney recently, like not paying writers royalties from Star Wars Legends. The people who wrote Star Wars Legends books that aren't that are still being bought and sold. And Disney's taking that profit. And their response is like, no, F you. Like that was a previous deal you had with Lucasfilm when it was Lucasfilm as a private entity. Now it's owned by us, and we're like, basically, we've changed the deal. And so people have to realize is that, thank you very much, Coffee Bones, for coming in. I appreciate that. People have to realize Disney's a company, and Disney is always going to Disney.
Right.
So, you take it or you leave it. That's kind of where it's at.
Yeah.
But in this situation, I think it was a PR hit against Pixar, which, fuck you. Why go after Pixar? Like,
exactly.
They've been around for over 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. Like, why would you bash a company that, like, they literally said it's just not to them? It's just every freaking animation studio, and then from video games, had to bash. Is this the times we had, like, people need to get it? Like, I'm sorry, but if you don't like Paint 30 Years, like, sorry, but don't watch it. Like, that's not my money. It's not my.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You don't watch. You have to not engage. And again, when it comes to Disney, people who have kids.
Yeah, I mean,
you kidding me? You're going to engage.
I mean, like people don't understand for like Soul, like people didn't realize, like, yeah, it was originally going to come out like around the summertime last year, then it got moved to November, and then all of a sudden now is ranking up, like, racking up rewards like left and right, like almost like Mandalorian. So it's like people don't even understand, like, like some of the purpose of that movie. That movie is just like inspiring. It's motivational. It makes you feels like you want to know what your purpose in life. And I just find it's just a little bit immature that that one reporter just saying that they're being demoralized for the work, because listen, you can hate. Let's say okay, I like chicken Caesar salads. Okay. But you're saying that you don't because, like, oh, why? Because it's gross and nasty and tastes like butthole? No, because your argument is valid, and you're not getting like specific reasons why you don't like that type of food or whatever. So,
well, I think again, not to like, we're kind of getting off topic here a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, I do have to really wrap this thing up. Because I got to get to the store, dude. I got to get food for my kids. But I get it, man. Like, I'm hoping that I like that Pixar responded, but the whole thing is PR versus PR.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I don't think people are not going to be unsympathetic if Pixar employees feel like they're overworked. Or they're being underappreciated. But a lot of people also don't understand. So. They also don't understand the complexity of
I'm making an anime movie.
It's of Hollywood, of animation, of how Hollywood works and things like that. So I get it. You know, and I was going to talk about it. I see Music Man here says, I hope you talked about the stuff you're going to talk about tonight. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll summarize as much of it.
Well,
I know I usually want to clip out the content, but tonight was all over the place.
I'm definitely I'm a little happy though. I'm happy that Pete Docter is leading the studio because I think that's the right course of direction the studio needs to take. I mean, John Lasseter is at Scott Ants, and I think that Pete Docter should have been the right appropriate choice over John Lasseter, but that's just my 2 cents.
Well, I mean, I like Pete Docter, and I think he's a good creative. You know, I mean, not every creative can do the administrative, so it's like, you know, I mean, he's handled it well. Jennifer Lee over at Walt Disney Animation, I'm not a big fan of Jennifer Lee, never have been. You know, but I liked Raya quite a bit. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to whatever else are coming up with for Disney Plus, like whatever Zootopia stuff is going to be great.
Zootopia, Moana. We also have we got Chris Evans playing Buzz for the Buzz Lightyear.
You know, and that's Pixar. That's Disney Animation. That's Disney Animation, isn't it? Or is that Pixar?
No, that's Pixar. That's Pixar.
Oh, it's Pixar. Okay, so
there's also a Doug series in the work too that was announced. So. Yeah, so Pixar's got a lot of because
there's a lot of good stuff there. I think we'll be okay with that
because they said that they're taking a break from sequel movies, which I'm totally okay with because Pixar doesn't need to keep doing sequel after sequel. So
yeah. They don't. That's why I like Soul quite a bit because I'm like it's original. That's why I like the Onward because Onward is super original.
Yeah, I like originality going forward. I'm just kind of like the burnout. Like, and did we really need Toy Story 4?
I mean, like I loved it when I first saw it, and I've watched it a bunch since then, and it's kind of like the first 3 are just so perfect you don't need a fourth.
Exactly.
The fourth isn't bad, whereas it's like look at like the 4 Shrek movies.
Yeah.
You know, do we need a Shrek 4? No, but was it better than Shrek 3? Yeah.
No. Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's you know, you can always find a way to take it to another way, and I think giving Woody his own kind of finale was fine. Now we need Toy Story 5 where the gang gets reunited because Andy has kids.
That'd be nice, or like a short film, or one of those Pixar shorts, which I'd be totally okay with.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be okay with those too. But all right, man, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna answer these couple super chats, and I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But all right, thanks a lot, Brian.
Yeah,
thank
you,
you,
man. Yeah, no problem.
I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, thank you very much for Brian here. I know H Bart's here, man. $2 super chat says King Shark should dress like Rambo, which is this image right here. I went and found it real quick, and yeah, that's great. I can't wait to see Sylvester Stallone voicing King Shark because I remember they made a big deal about that, and that was pretty fucking funny. I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. Thank you very much for that, guys. And then also he says here, I was promised a bonus at my job. They said they can't because COVID, yet we work 7 days a week. That's unfortunate, dude. I don't know. I feel like there's some illegality with your work. I would really love it for you to get like paid what you need. I know you support a lot of channels on YouTube, which is awesome. Thank you very much. But I really appreciate you, and I really hope you're not going to burn yourself out. And thank you again. Yeah, let Matt go to sleep. I have to get to the store. I have 45 minutes to get down to Safeway. It's not that bad, but I can get there. But anyway, guys, I know this tonight. I had topics. Believe me, I had topics. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow night. And I do appreciate everyone coming on by and everyone hanging out. Super chats. Thank you guys so much. You guys keep me afloat. And I love you all very much. The Discord link has been floating around, and we'll get some more stuff going on. All right, guys, have yourself a great night,